Hi everyone, Brandy here. I just wanted to make a quick video on the brain and the response that it has to being a victim of emotional abuse from a narcissist. So first of all, in our brain, there is the amygdala, which is the emotion center for the brain. Of course, it handles all of our emotions, but it's also called a primal brain, which means that it originally had the fight or flight to do with survival, so fear and anxiety, and then also the kind of emotions that come with procreating, so love and lust and those kind of connections. For that reason, they call it the reptilian brain. What else it does is connect emotion to memories. So let's say that the narcissist triggers you and they're doing kind of some continual things behind your back, or even the gaslighting, right? Everything that you say isn't correct. They deny everything. Well, the brain is pretty intelligent, right? And it can sense when things are off. So just sensing that things are off and then having this continual go against it by somebody, it starts triggering the mind that there's something wrong. And this puts it in fight or flight mode. So it's always on this anxiety and fear, back and forth, back and forth. So the amygdala grows and it ends up having a lot more neurons. And the problem with that is that it's overreactive. So any time any little thing happens, it's jumping to push cortisol through the body in a fight or flight manner. The other part of our brain, another part of our brain is called the hippocampus, and it's to do with memory. So processes all kinds of short-term memory, and then it kind of is this like filter where it decides which long-term memories are going to be saved. So in this, when the cortisol hits, the hypothalamus actually isn't able to handle that much cortisol, and it ends up getting damaged over and over from this. So there's gray matter, which is very important, and it's also very hard to replace because the brain can heal itself, but the gray matter takes a really long time to replace. So this means that memory is going to be becoming shorter, not as much learning going on, no focus. The person's going to be more apt to be depressed. So no self-esteem, always negative, possibly anxiety issues between anxiety and depression. All this is in response to a covert narcissist or an overt narcissist, gaslighting, manipulation, isolation of you. Sometimes if it's a malignant narcissist, it can be physical abuse. There can be name calling, accusations, deceptions. And yeah, then it just becomes into the cycle of abuse, which I'm going to talk about in my next video. Okay. I just wanted to share that with you because I think it was helpful for a lot of people to kind of learn that it is dangerous for the brain. It even says that it can cause permanent brain damage. It also talked about children with narcissistic parents. So when a child's growing, their brain is actually growing, and this is a vital part of development. If there's any kind of issues there, it can set the child up later on for all kind of mental illnesses in life, especially depression and anxiety, because that gray matter is going to be compromised in there. Yeah, so anyway, I hope that helps, and let me know how it goes.